Hello ladies and gents, it's Tony McStravick and welcome back and carrying on from the previous video. If somehow you've managed to land on this video and you're looking to put your blog together, I would suggest that you go back to the previous video and have a little look at how we go about getting our domain name and registering our domain name, and that's where we're taking us up to now. So once we've registered our domain name, then we obviously need a hosting account to be able to host that domain name on. Now, I have used other providers in the past, and I haven't been quite happy. One with the user-friendly interface with them. You know, again, when I was starting out, you want it nice and easy. But what is most important with regards to Bluehost.com is the help and support that you can get is absolutely phenomenal. And I'll give you an example. Look, maybe at a little bit more advanced stage, I was doing some advanced stuff, and I dropped the files into the wrong folder. I'd made mistakes. I'd really panicked. I thought I'd broken my website, and I was almost in tears at times with panic. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm sure you possibly have been there yourself, and if you haven't, you might be there in the future, especially putting all these bits and pieces together. But what's vitally important is that these guys are there to help you, and they're just a phone call away. Now, I'm in the UK, they're in the United States, and using Skype, I contacted them literally a couple of pennies, and I was on the Skype call. I was on the phone for 20, 30 and 40 minutes on various occasions. And these guys, really, they have a technical support. Got guys there that have an abundance of knowledge, and they will get it sorted for you. So, I mean, it really is reassuring that, if you did do anything wrong and you're panicked, then you've got somebody to contact. So that's why I wholeheartedly recommend Bluehost, because my own experience with them is second to none. And setting that aside, $5.95 a month for everything that you get in here. I'm not going to read through everything. You can see it yourself in terms of the domain hosting and the hosting space and the email accounts. They're all free, but what's most important is that the interface with all of this, Bluehost really do make it simple. They are first class. So we're going to be transferring our domain name over to Bluehost, but before we do that, I did say to you guys that for those people that are maybe a little bit stuck for cash, completely and utterly strapped, and you just want to get started, $5.95 a month, okay, is what it's going to cost you with Bluehost, but they're also going to give you a free domain. So if that is the case, I just want to take you through this process up until the point of registration, and then we'll carry on from where we were with the domain that we purchased in Namecheap, and I'll show you how to get that onto your servers. And it's really simple. So for those that want to do this at a really cost-effective way for almost next to nothing, click on the register button, and it says I need a domain name. Okay, so look, you can search for one here and it will take you through a process, but we've already got ours. Yeah, we've done that through instant domain search, and then we've got it through Namecheap. And so if you've already got it, if you type in there, look, there we go, www.kingsvanremovals.com, because that's what we're using. We're putting a blog together for Kings Van Removals, and then you click next, and it is a two-step process. Now it's going to take you through this process. Okay, now fill out the details here. There is a couple of things I will point out to you. Do go for the 2024 month price of $5.95 a month. I think it's billed on a quarterly basis. And you've got site lock, domain security. If you can afford these guys, I suggest that you do get them. They're not hugely important, but then just starting off, and when you do make a bit of money, then you can go back and revamp these these little add-ons if you like. But the site backup pro as well is really good. If you make any kind of mistakes, then it means it's all backed up. It's really good. But look, if you can't afford that, uncheck those two. Yeah, and just go for the $5.95 a month and fill that out. Okay, so now when we fill that out, okay, once you fill that out, you then would need to go to your back office, so to speak. Okay, and here is everything that these guys. Don't be in awe of what you see here, because I don't use hardly anything here. In fact, I use nothing. you know, a few of the FTP accounts and a few other bits and pieces in the SQL. Other than that, I don't use anything. There's people that probably use a little bit more. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Domain Manager, and we're going to click on Domain Manager. So once you've signed it, or you've got your domain, everything else, you're just going to go through the registration process here. And then you're going to click on Domain Manager. Now, once you've clicked on Domain Manager, we're going to go to Assign a Domain to your cPanel account, okay? So we click on that, and it's going to take us through to this page. Now, it says Enter your domain. First selected the domain name that you would like to assign. Use a domain name that is already associated with your account, okay? If you have purchased one through Bluehost, you'll put your domain name in there. For those people that have purchased through Namecheap, which, you know, I strongly recommend that you do that, because it's got the Who Is guard, and that's what you're going to need to do in future anyway. If you want your domain names nice and cheap, and if you want the Who Is guard with them, then it's got to be through Namecheap. But you're going to type in here your domain name. Now you've got to take out, okay, you've got to take out the www dot. All right, got to take out the www dot. And then it will verify your domain. So this process is really, really simple, guys, you know. And so it's verified it. Now we want it as an add-on domain. And then as we come down here, it says use an existing directory. We don't want to do that because we've got a new domain name. Create a new directory, and this public HTML will already be there for you. It will self-populate with your domain name. Again, we're using King's Van Removals, and it's got King. Now I've got mine Face Dr. Bad Skin Acne Treatment. That was my first website on the internet, and I was going after a keyword. I promise you now, I got it completely and utterly wrong. I didn't understand what I was doing, but nevertheless, that was the first domain that was registered on my account, and so that's the way that it will be for yours. It's just a subdomain on your other domains. Don't let that complicate you. I've told you, you know, maybe in the previous videos, don't dig around at the roots. Just pick away at the flowers, you know, as I like to put it. There's no need to get into the mechanics of this. Once you've done it once, you know, and you follow the video through, you know, you'll do it 2, 3, 4, 5 times for your other blogs if need be, setting them up. But the main thing is just to get you up and running for now, and you can follow this step by step. And then we just click on Add Domain. Now, ladies and gents, I just want to point out that this is going to take about 5 to 15 minutes for your domain to actually register and the task, you know, to be completed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause this video. In fact, you know, I'll stop this video now, and we'll go on to another video where then we can start to upload our WordPress and our theme onto our site. Okay, so what I'll actually do is just to let you know, it'll be 5 to 15 minutes, as you can see here. Once this task is completed, then we will start to upload our WordPress blog and our theme. And so I'll see you in the next video.